swear you have two
all of a
hands. They're
sudden, the
both for
kitten has
me.
disappeared.
All
The
right.
kitten has disappeared.
Right.
So last we left off, separate in team. Some of you went over to the castle in Hell. The rest of you went over to Starlight Vale, specifically the camp where Nova's tribe is. Over in Hell, the contract got destroyed with the agreement that you guys would dispose of Malik in more of a hasteful manner than just when it conveniences you. As far as Starlight Vale, they took the orb and they started praying to it to allow it to regenerate, while also trying to figure out who would be the next guardian to protect it. During this, a few of you figured out a couple things. One is the best way to deal with Malik is to find several legendary crafted weapons that exist around the realm that one blacksmith can only make per their lifetime. As you enter into Starlight Vale, you actually find out, either by chance, coincidence, or on purpose, that the specific blacksmith that you already named of is actually in that same area. Along during this, Nova, you are sent to follow Stele as she takes you back over into the realm outside of realms. Throughout this, you now are giving true sight, allowing you to see essentially beyond what is in front of you, along with now seeing the Iron God instead of just being simply just a machine. You see a beautiful woman, but has been scarred by many modifications of integrated metallicis into her body. We're now referring to herself in a more proper manner as Crimsol Tessa. She mentions you. She's from a world before one that you understand. That machine and magic coincide equally. With that, you are sent back out, and that's where we left off. So, Nova, you enter back in. During this time is when Silic and Nyx exit out of the actual orb. They look extremely exhausted and extremely malnourished. You don't know what happened in the orb, but it has kind of wrecked them a bit. Immediately, they kind of go crazed for a bit. Silic immediately grabs his sword and immediately starts kind of like slashing out aimlessly at different people as Nyx tries to summon magic, but she doesn't have any spell slots to do so. As immediately a couple of mages come around and surround them and just kind of gesture with 3, then 4, and immediately just put them down, and they just immediately go to sleep. As they look to any group members that are around, they're like, a lot has been taken out of them. We will treat them in one of our areas. We will care for them until they are ready, but I'm going to guess it's going to take several days. But we'll keep them here. We will repair them to the best of our capabilities. With this, the orb is now being focused on repair. With them exiting out, it has fractured. Several cracks have actually had to kind of almost like cracking bulletproof glass. It's like a crack within the glass itself. And it is fractured, and now they are putting as much arcane energy as possible into it to fix the fractures, fearing of what it could do. Right now, surrounding the orb on the pedestal by the tree is a total of about 24 mages that are switched between praying and all putting their hands over each other. About several layers of palms over palms over palms, gently resting on top of the orb to help the fracture and reverse it. You guys are all back together. Right now, it is about, as far as Nova, you'd be the only one who could kind of determine it. You assume it's getting to almost sunrise. It's about to happen. You start to notice that a lot of the people that aren't actually attending to the orb are heading back to tents. Some of them are actually stretching them out to reach into caves. Nova, you know this is a common thing when sunrise is happening as it gets way too warm.
I go up to one of the elders and be like, "Is there a place that my friends can rest in? They're not used to sleeping during the day, but it's going to be too warm for them to be out."
Of course, any friends of any of the family are family to us. Lena, and me gestures over to a younger, much young elf. Um, she actually has like partial bandages over her eyes, like she has a tough time seeing, so she almost has like this kind of wrapping with a slight slit in them. Hair is tied back, and she's got similar skin coloration to Nova, but without like the arcane freckling and tattoos. Nova, you would know this is she's still getting attuned to her sight. Um,
Mm-hmm.
she just kind of comes up and she's kind of walking with a cane, and she's kind of just dressing the sand in front of her to make sure she can see where you are. Welcome. We'll find you a tent. Follow me. As she just starts gesturing to you all, and she just starts just dressing the sand in front of her as she keeps swiping like this cane in front of her to make sure she can see where ridgeline is, where sand is, where possible rugs are and carpets, anything like that. You start heading towards a very large cave. Within there, you do see that there's a lot more tents inside the cave, more of the residential area of this tribe. You already can tell most of you, with the exception of Azalea and Alistair, the rest of you can start telling that it is getting very uncomfortably warm. Even though the sun has not even peaked to show it's rising, you can feel the temperature's already getting. It's already rising pretty heavily from cold to about 40 degrees already, and it's starting to go hotter. Um, you guys get in with this cave, and immediately she gestures you to this large, wide tent. Uh, you know, probably a tent that's made for like 30. It's not furnished very well. It is just kind of left with some storage. There's some bedrolls, and there are a couple candles in there, along with what looks like a draped down chandelier that just generates magical light. She just kind of takes the cane and she just kind of opens up the shade. Hopefully, this will be to your liking.
This would be perfect.
Fantastic. I'll make sure that I can get you something to eat before you get some rest. We don't have too much for liquids here, but we do have some food. I'll make sure I go procure some before you get some rest. And she just lets go of the drape and she starts walking back over to go procure some food.
Oh, this looks nice in here. Is this what you lived in, Nova?
Well, my tent was a little bit more decorative than this. This is kind of more for visitors. But it is going to get too warm to be outside, and you won't see many up. Most people will be sleeping, so.
And they don't blow down?
Not in the cave. So. But,
peaceful.
Huh?
It's kind of peaceful.
Yeah, that's why, remember I was getting used to sleeping at night was hard because I'm not used to sleeping at night. This is typically we sleep during the day because it's too warm. So, I don't recommend if you do stay up, going outside once the sun has crested the hill. So, it will be too warm for you unless you have to, and you have to be very, let's say, well prepared in many layers to make sure you can not get too sunburnt. So.
I'm going to break this moment of beautiful contemplation and rush up and wrap Ranine in a bear hug quickly, and then almost do the same to Manon, but stop and give a very sarcastic bow, and then try and hug her.
Renine willingly hugs you back. She looks very worried about people saying things like there's not like a lot of liquid.
Internal panic.
Then
So
I'll
much
give an
panic.
awkward hug back and is just like, "Are you okay?"
I will, before answering her, I will move over to Alistair and offer a fist bump.
You all right, man?
I'm just happy you're back.
We didn't go anywhere.
You went to the castle of hell and you showed back up. You survived. I'm assuming something relatively non-cataclysmic happened, unless you murdered your way out of a...
Weren't slated for execution, if that's what you mean or anything. Finishing
Best
a
laid
job.
plans. Dealing with devils usually isn't that simple. So I'm glad you're all back and that we're together. Sorry. Forget it.
It went pretty well, actually. We got the contract burned, the original one. So
Oh, good.
So you're free.
I'm
Kind
not
of.
contractually obligated. I wouldn't call it free.
What happened?
Well, the Devil King, wants to die. So we had a handshake agreement of sorts that when we take out Malik, we'll take out some tattoos that bind him to hell. And when he's free of that, he can go die. But the Queen's not very thrilled about that. So I have a feeling we have another enemy. It's got eyes on us.
Are we sure that he truly wants to die and he's not just trying to play it off? Or is that just something we need to take in consideration for later?
Well,
It
I have no
seemed
reason
like
to
he's
believe
real
he does
tired of
love me.
everything.
Yeah. He also hit on my mom, so
Oh. Hmm.
Not that I wish to defend the devil, but I have met your mother.
Alistair high fives. No, I'm kidding.
Low five. Low five. Sneaky low five.
which speaking of, I'm gonna go dip to find Dahlia because I assume that she probably went wherever Wasilic went.
Okay. If you start to look for the essentially like the arcane camp, it's back outside, but it does like have a couple guards by it, but they're not trying to stop you from entering. It looks like they're just protecting the area since Silic and Nyx kind of went essentially feral as soon as they got out of the orb. You do see them stand there. They're mostly covered in full armor, but it looks like they got kind of like this wet wrap on them so they can actually make sure they stay hydrated while they're wearing the armor as the sun is starting to rise. As you go in, you do see that there are several people injured there, but you do see this like a quarantine spot where they're currently trying to not physically mend Silic and Nyx, but they're trying to cast like a certain kind of magic that you've never seen before. You can choose what Dahlia is doing in this process.
She'd be probably having been offering her assistance since being here, but if they seem to know what they're doing and this is some orb business, I don't know shit beans about that, so I'm just kind of observing as Dahlia. DM question, also Silic question. He doesn't want to go back to the Shadowfell, so it would be a moot point to offer to take them both back, right? Or no?
I mean, Dahlia can do whatever Dahlia wants, but she knows that Silic does not care for the Shadowfell. He just has too many nightmares about it.
We're not cursed anymore, so we are compassionate again.
If
As
your own
compassionate as we've
justification as
always
Dahlia
been.
is to take him there, obviously he's not going to stop you.
Well, she was going to consider it, but knowing his feelings about the Shadowfell and Nick's probably having the same feelings, then I wouldn't, as her, try to take them back.
Okay.
But I also probably should go. So if they look like they're in good hands here,
Okay.
Confliction. Hmm.
Let me roll for something, because I was going to do something later anyway.
Can I roll the vibe check, Silic, in his unconscious body, to see if he would be more mad if I took him to the Shadowfell or more mad if I just left him behind here?
Sure. You can give me a check.
Slow and barely this. Are we rolling insight?
Mm-hmm.
Sick ass.
Insight,
25.
AK, vibe check. 25.
So for 25 for vibe check.
At this point, with everything that's been happening, everything that's been going down, you would assume that Silic would less care about where he's at and more or less concerned about who he's with. Taking the Shadowfell would not be a problem as long as he's got family and loved ones there when he wakes up.
Okay. I'm gonna take him to the Shadowfell. Can I find the nearest person in charge?
You can find the main person who's like running the quarantine area. You find a person named what I have her as Anira. She is a high elf, but she does not have the sight like the rest of the actual tribe. But she has like almost like deep pigmented eyes. She is the one who's actually like generating the most arcane aura to make sure this area works properly.
Dolly's just gonna walk up to her and be like, "So, question, how stable are they for interrealm trap?"
I mean, they're not physically injured, if that makes any difference. I mean, I'd be just less concerned about them harming anyone or harming themselves.
Oh, that won't be a problem. It's just getting them there.
I mean, no offense to them or you, but if you want to take them somewhere else, that's less on my plate. So I will not hinder your progress if you want to take them somewhere else. I have... She kind of like gestures to the rest of the tent. We have plenty of sick that I must attend to, and would make my life easier with 2 less people that are not part of the tribe. No offense.
Understood. We have to take care of our own.
She just immediately gestures over to like the 2 clerics that are helping them. Unstrap them. This one's gonna take them.
I will go make some brief goodbyes and then I will be back for them.
Cool.
And I'm going to retcon Manon going to look for her. I'm going to make her go look for Manon so I don't have to talk to myself.
Fair
I
enough.
don't want to talk to myself.
All right.
I'd rather everyone be there.
All right. So Dahlia's gonna go back to the group.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. All right. Go
So right after Bjorn says something about Dahlia being hot, she comes in.
Sit down in a corner.
it's the Dahlia like spider sense. Like, oh, someone's saying I'm hot.
You think I'm pretty? It's like-
You like me? You really like me?
but she'll come in and she'll look at everyone and say, so I am leaving back to the Shadowfell. I'm taking Silic and Nyx with me, and I just came to say goodbyes. Obviously, her eyes fallen. Manon a bit too. Just want to thank you all for everything you've done and looking out for my girl.
Can I just give you one hug?
Better than others. Look at Alistair.
He's making this face.
Well, probably
Talia
Manon's like
clocks that shit.
awkwardly looking off to the corner.
And Aunt's like
Her mom
making
already
a.
knows.
But
I know.
Aunt's looking at her mom like, please don't embarrass me. But Dahlia looks at Alistair and Bjorn is like, I know. Like,
Nice tent over here.
did Azalea say
Material.
something?
Is this Corinthian?
Yeah, Azalea asked if she can give her a hug before she leaves.
Oh, of course.
She wraps her in like the biggest hug ever. It was so nice to finally meet the real you.
It is nice to finally be the real me again, and hopefully it's not the last time for all of you.
We can
For all of
visit.
us. I don't see why not. Assuming the Shadowfell's still here in about 5 years.
Alistair, we can visit.
I can hear. Thank you.
But I need to go make sure that Silik and Nyx are doing okay and resting and healing correctly. Obviously, I need to fix the mess that's going on in the Shadowfell. I miss my husband, and I have apparently some old friends I need to reconnect with. So she's gonna turn and give Manon a hug. Also, Joe, I meant to message you and see if I could do this, but I'm just gonna do it anyway. You can just make them burst into flames. It's fine. But I want her to give Manon her ring of protection. God, he's thinking about it.
I gotta remember.
It's just a +1 to AC.
Okay, and who are you giving it to?
I'm giving it to Manon.
Oh, that's fine.
Definitely no player wise. So she'll pass that ring off to her and say, I think you need this now more than I do. So keep it safe. And then I'm going to turn to Alistair. And I'm going to go over to him. And I'm going to she's going to hold out her hand for a handshake.
He'll,
Because I feel like hugging's a little weird. I know too much about you now.
he's been too close.
I know where you've been.
She flew too close to the sun chips.
Yeah.
He knows where that hand's been.
Yeah, he'll like kind of like shake her hand and do like the dude hug where it's like the arm buffer.
Oh.
And like shake hand, arm buffer, like.
Oh yeah, but like.
It was nice to meet you officially. I think
It's great
Dad
to
and Mom
meet.
would. I think Dad and Mom would want to probably say hey if you get a chance.
I think we'll be reconnecting soon. And it's always lovely to see another cleric out there. And so she's gonna give him her necklace of healing that she had. I think this will be more beneficial in your hands than mine. And then also through telepathy, there's gonna be a pause, and then he's gonna hear through telepathy. She'll warm up to you eventually. Just be really patient with her. I'm rooting for you guys. And then she's gonna let go and back off.
Really, a necklace of healing gets destroyed.
No! That would be Cloak of Mercy level disappointment on my end. That thing was so helpful. And I don't have any gifts for anyone else because I don't think realistically anything in my inventory from
I don't know
20 years
you.
ago
I don't know you.
is still here.
Nice to meet
Yeah,
you.
right.
You know?
You don't know.
You seem
You
cool.
don't know us.
Fuck you.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, Renine is just
You
sitting in a
affirm her
corner, trying
intention.
not to move too much and being very hot. So,
I'll take it. Can I reply back to the telepathy or no?
I think you can.
I believe you can reply. I think you can
Or
reply
is it the
as a
feet?
whisper.
You can mentally commune with an. Oh. Wait, hold on. I think it's a different spell. Message. Never mind. I used message. That's what it was. So
you
yes,
can respond with a whisper.
How awkward I want this to be or not. I think he's just gonna whisper back.
I see what
Thanks.
you and your daughter have in common.
I've seen that softer side. No, he just says thanks. I've seen that side of her before. I know it's there.
She'll give him a little pat on the shoulder, and then she'll turn, and whether you guys like it or not, she's going in to hug everybody else. Goodbye. Goodbye.
Azalea
Take
sneaks
care.
in for a second hug.
Mustache.
She'll hug Azalea again.
Thank you. Bye. Good luck, I guess.
Safe travels.
Long live the
she'll-
queen.
Yeah, she'll give Bjorn a second longer hug too, and just say thank you especially.
You think I'm hot? Thank you.
It was my pleasure. Absolute pleasure.
Don't be hitting on my mom.
Dahlia gets temporary hit points for anyone who flirts with her.
I'm just saying she's been uncursed for approximately 2 hours, and she's got a line.
She's got a
now.
fan club.
Yeah.
It's just the necklace of swing.
It's my mojo, baby. I'll go right back.
And she'll spend. I'm not gonna role play it because don't ask me to. But like, she gives Manon like a "You're doing great, sweetie," a little pep talk. She's like, "I love how you handled the Devil King. I will say, just for future purposes, you didn't have to handshake him and do that sort of agreement because he already burnt your contract. But you're still learning and you're doing a great job, and I'm very proud of you." And then she's like, "Yeah, I know." And then,
As long as she doesn't say, "You got this," right?
never say she'll never utter those words again.
They're cursed words.
But she'll turn back to everyone before she dips out the tent, and we'll just say, if any of you need anything, any sort of advice on contracts, and like she eyes Renine for a split second, or just need a place to stay, the Shadowfell Castle is open to all of you. So I wish you the best of luck. If you need anything again, just let us know. Goodbye.
Bye.
And Dahlia leaves and goes back to Shadowfell.
As you grab
With them.
Silicon Nyx, you immediately summon the portal. As immediately, like this whirlwind effect, and summons the sand around you, and this black energy kind of just teleports over you. For a second, everyone can see where she's teleporting to. You can see inside the castle. And for the last second, as she brings Silicon Nyx in, and before it closes, you just see her just immediately get the biggest hug from Soma as the portal just shuts.
Honey, I'm home! For real this time!
All right.
Screaming to do.
At this moment, the attending was waiting until the moment passed. She starts bringing in some food. It's mostly dried. You got some very, very, very dried pork, bites, kind of like that. There are some grapes, but they are even kind of dried out a little bit. And there seems to be some specific kind of it looks like some kind of wrap kind of meal that has what looks like cactus kind of meat inside of it. And then she just puts a plate in there. It's only enough to really feed 3 of you, but she's like, "I'm sorry, this is all I could really wrang up. We don't really have too much right now. We're still waiting for our supplies to come in, and they've been a little delayed, but please enjoy and happy dreams." And then she just steps out and she reshuts the drape and she starts heading back.
Can you wait? Can I speak to you outside for a second?
Oh, absolutely. And she just goes and she just waits outside.
I'll be right back. I need to ask you, if there's time I can talk to the head mage. I need to relay some information that I wasn't able to write in my journal.
I mean, as far as I know, she's going to be busy until the fracture is erased. If you have the capabilities to commune to her telepathically, I'm sure you can join the circle and commune to her that way.
Okay. And also, is everyone still here, or are some of the group broken off to go to the oasis or anything?
Oh, the tribe. Well, we did send off a party of a couple dozen a couple days ago to go retrieve the usual supplies,
Okay.
especially liquid, and we have not. They were supposed to return back before yesterday's eve, and we have not seen them. You know the protocol. We don't send more out when we do not hear from the previous. So we're just hoping that they come back tomorrow. Otherwise, we have to, well, our caretakers have to figure out what to do then. Without any rations left, I'm sure I don't have to explain to you what happens when we don't have water.
I understand. I was just double checking because my parents probably were part of that group.
Oh,
typically.
okay.
So, yeah, I just was curious. So, no, it's all right. Don't worry. But I'm going to. I'm sure their belongings are still around here. So, thank you. I'm just gonna go to the other area of the cave. That I'm pretty sure that's where they would have set up everything of theirs. So
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, good luck.
thank you.
And then she just starts gesturing her way out of the cave.
So I'm gonna go to the back of the cave
Uh-huh.
to where I would expect where my parents would normally have their tent and where I would have lived, obviously, when I was there, and see if I can find. I know I had a couple cooling cloths and drapes that keep you cool, because I'm sure I've already clocked that Ronin is probably getting very dried out.
Yep.
Kind of, and very warm.
Okay.
So, and then I'm going to, once I find their stuff, I'm going to grab out of there a couple of the lanterns, and then one of the clay pots that I know that has dried fruits and some other stuff like that in it to bring it back, because I know it's our personal stuff, so
Sure.
I can take it. And I'm going to, on my way back, I'm going to see if I can see any of the other elders that aren't part of the fixing of the orb right now, if any of them are still getting rested or getting ready to turn in for the night or anything on my way back.
You only see one elder that's in the cave right now. She is the second eldest. The one older than her is the one we've already referred to last. This elder, she still has both her sight and her regular vision, but her body's kind of failing her. You know her as kind of like the friendly neighbor. She's there to help everyone out. Her name is Dresden. She is very, very frail, white hair, kind of thinning out. But she's kind of sitting out, kind of like a lady on her porch right outside her tent right now, and she's just kind of reading a book.
Oh, hello, Dresden. I'm glad to see you.
Good day. Sorry, my eyes have not.
It's Nova.
Nova. Oh, the. I thought we
Yes,
lost all of the ones from the travels.
Yeah, that's what I've come back. I was able to get to Avrand, and I was able to
Oh,
find
lovely.
the orb and bring it back, but I wasn't able to write in my journal. But I'm pretty sure the rest of them perished within the far realm due to Remus.
That's uh, well, that's what we assumed that even you did. We haven't heard back from anybody in some time, so we assumed that unfortunately you all perished in your travels. But I'm glad to see that you made it. I'm on second point. Who's Remus?
Oh, what? How? Well, he is. Remember the stories of something being pretty much banished to the far realm? Those stories?
You're talking about the banished creatures, the old gods.
The old gods, yes. He is one of them.
And you've encountered this god?
Not directly, but indirectly. Multiple times now.
So you're just like a magnet for like bad energy.
No. It's more of the fact that the travels that the group that I kind of have come to be part of, we've encountered a lot of things over a period of time, a lot to think about. I tried to write everything I could in my grimoire, but there were so many things to write about. But I wasn't sure if the message had gotten fully back to the elders that everyone except for me had perished from the far realm. As of I know, so I haven't gone back in yet.
She closes her book, a heavily but overly stretched out binded book, opened way too many times and has lost most of its quality. She kind of sets it down. As you hear her drop it, it creates a large thud. This thing has some serious weight to it. As she puts it down, she kind of like lifts up her glasses and she kind of gets off some of the sand off of them, and she kind of like looks and she kind of like looks at you while she's still sitting in her chair. And
this is probably typical, right?
Yeah, she's trying to like look at you, and she's trying just to assess if you're being honest or if you're just making shit up. And then she just looks at you. It's like, okay. And she just gets up and she's 1 second, and she just kind of like, back arched, and she just has her hand resting on her spine, and she's just walking in.
Do you need any help?
No. Don't come in. I got everything in its place. Don't touch anything. Don't move anything. I know exactly where it is. And you peek in, it's a hodgepodge of shit. It is all over the place, but she knows where everything is. And she goes through, and you start seeing like pans get dropped, and you start seeing lids all over the place.
Are you sure you don't need help?
I'm quite fine, thank you.
Standing outside of her tent. I'm sure this is normal, but it's polite to ask to help. So
eventually you start to hear something light and has a bit of a metallic-y that she pulls out. And she just starts walking back out, and she like leans up against like one arm pole. You just see it's not big enough to be a necklace. And it looks like a chain, and it has kind of like a large, like almost kind of like a almost sort of a V as a farthest connecting, but it doesn't have such a deep divot at the top. And she just kind of comes down, and she takes one step after the other. She's kind of limping, and she kind of takes her hand out, opens up the palm, and she just gently and then firmly puts it in your hand. Well, I believe that you've encountered this Remus. And if it is what the stories have told, and she just lifts up her hand, and you find like this kind of a jade, the way she gestures it, she kind of puts her finger to your head, as it looks like a piece of jewelry that you would actually naturally just drape over like your ears onto your forehead. If what you say is true, at least this will give you a little bit of warning for anyone that leaves the Far Realm to, let's say, deceive.
What do I see? Does it look different to me with the true sight?
It naturally has like a 100% arcane aura to it, but the way that it is it looks like it's naturally like almost like pulsating an aura about a foot around it that even like the dust in the air can't penetrate.
Hmm. Well, I appreciate it. Thank you. You've always been a good neighbor and a good elder and very wise. And I appreciate all of your stories over the years. I didn't know if I would actually get home, so yeah.
She like limps back over to the she limps back over to her chair, and she's got like this shelf that she uses as like a nightstand to put her books on, and she kind of goes through and she pulls out a leather bound, like it's the only thing pristine in her actual like small little dresser of books there, and she pulls it out, and you can see a distance that this journal that she's pulling out is straight magic, but it's not like your journal, it's some kind of other magic. And she just kind of comes up, and it's wrapped up in a leather cord about twice over, and she just passes in front of you, and she just kind of lifts up the glasses one more time and look at you, and she just looks at you, and you can tell that she's just staring directly into your eyes, and she's looking into the actual stardust of your eyes, and she just gently grazes like the shoulder to see that the arcane magic is still containing its properties, and she just presses the binding to your chest until you choose to grab it from her.
I take it.
Perhaps you can make stories for the next generation. If you've seen more than many others, you'll need more than one book. And I guarantee you this will be quite helpful to you, especially if you head back there.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I will not. I'll not impede your rest anymore. But thank you so much, and it is good to see you again.
She just head nods to you, and she just kind of gently puts her hand to your cheek, and she just smiles, and she goes back. She takes off her glasses, and she sits down, and she just head into the tent, and she just closes the drape.
I'm gonna head back to our tent and be like, all right, well, I found a few things. My parents' tent is still here, so, at this period of time. So, Ronin, here, this will keep you cool. And I hand you this very beautiful, like, hand-dyed cloth. And once you put it on, it automatically makes you feel colder.
Oh, thank you.
It's
No,
I have a few.
I've been looking at like the meager food that they brought, and looking even with the supplies that you brought. And is there some place that they have to put a water supply?
They do. It's we usually keep it in the back of the cave. It's usually the clay pots. There's large ones. It's a reservoir of clay pots of water.
Right.
But they're probably very dry. I was talking to the attending who came to us. The supply group, they sent out a dozen. Normally that's typical. And they were supposed to be back yesterday, so they have not returned yet. But we do not worry until it's been more than a couple of fortnights. So, but the rations are getting low because it is our normal time, and that's where my parents are. They typically do those runs to the oasis to bring back supplies, so to trade. But I did find
Right.
a few things. So these are some dried fruits, and they're quite good. They'll keep you, they'll curb the hunger and so on. And I do have a few more of the cooling cloths if others need them, because you're not used to this temperature. So
Well, it's much appreciated. I'm going to take like a piece of fruit and nibble at it, and then I'm going to kind of nod to everyone. I'm going to go head toward the back of the cave to look for these jars that she's talking about.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to find, can I find one that's like 10 gallons?
They are mostly dried out. You can maybe get like a bowl worth of water.
Can I find one that has a capacity of like 10 gallons?
You can, yeah.
Okay. I am going to use my casting of create or destroy water to create the 10 gallons of water.
Okay.
In that jar.
Okay.
And I'm going to, out of that, dip a bit for us and bring it back to our tent.
Okay.
I'm not going to say anything. I'm just going to bring it.
Okay.
Nova looks slightly confused for a second, but then probably would have think it must be magical of some sort, like creation wise, and be like, and just kind of nod. But
I just nod back.
With my true sight, do I see anything around Ronin now? Because, like, would I see anything? I'm just making sure that I don't get spooked by like.
I mean, it's only really if you focus at it, like you're actively looking at something. It seems like almost like everybody has like a certain like arcane aura to them, and everybody's just kind of different. But when you actively look at hers has a bit of like a natural like wisp around it that looks like it's a general like a wave that moves around, but it seems to be like almost like a dark green that seems to be hovering around her.
Okay. Does anybody else want a cloth to stay cool?
I'm okay, thank you, though.
Okay.
I've just stripped out of my armor at this point, and I'm like,
I'm very slowly like fanning my wings to get airflow within this area for all of us. Our own personal fan.
Alistair's taking his armor off and going full shirtless like usual.
Yeah, ditto.
Well, I mean, I guess we have a little bit to talk about before. I mean, I know it'll be hard for you guys to get used to, but soon it will be very, very warm, and sleeping is just the best way. Oh, yes. Much warmer than this. That's why we're in the cave and in a tent.
Is there like a shop to get clothing like yours? Because this, I'm going to look down at my layers. This is a lot here.
Yes.
I can't believe I'm agreeing, but yeah.
Yes,
I'm in all black.
They will be closed until night again. They're probably sleeping. But I will go back to my tent and see if I can find some stuff real quick. All right. Well,
hey Nova.
Supplies.
Yeah. Do you know a real Thunderstar?
Would I know him, DM?
You know the title of Thunderstar. You know it's not necessarily like a surname, but a title is given and it's just inherited. You do know of the previous Thunderstar, which was Davin Thunderstar, but you do know he died about a year before you went into the Far Realm, so you never knew who took over the title.
Oh, well, it is a pristine blacksmith title. I knew the previous one, but his apprentice probably took over once he had passed.
Is that shop roughly where we were at when we were dealing with the orb, the one that had the sign with the the star by a lightning bolt?
That's typically his sign, so yes, it probably was.
Well,
do
when we
you-
were
do
dealing
you-
with the Devil King, he told us that the only way to really bring Malik down is with these legendary blades or weapons that certain blacksmiths of the realms would be able to create. And supposedly there was one here. His name was Real Thunderstar, he said. That was the only one he knew. And that's the closest guess that I would have to that's who that might be then.
Yes, I knew it. I used to know a Devon Thunderstar, but yeah, it's probably his apprentice would have taken over. So yes, I mean, we can definitely look. They make beautiful work, so I wouldn't be surprised that they would make some very enhanced and enchanted weapons.
Well, then he's definitely somebody we need to talk to. See if maybe he would know anybody possibly on the material plane that might know. There's supposedly 5 more smiths on the material plane.
That makes sense. Yes, we can do that as soon as nightfall again. So, but I'll be right back. And I go back to my tent and find some clothes that it would fit. Sorry, I don't have any clothes for you guys, the guys, but I have clothes that fit.
Look, I can wear anything if I'm brave enough.
That would fit a couple.
Alistair
And
just
so I
looks
just
like he's
bring
got
a
a
few.
crop top on.
I'm just picturing
Gambit
Link
from
from
97.
one of that or Link from the newer Legends of Zelda games.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
But
Have a
I
kilt,
come.
so
I come back with a couple of things that could potentially help. So, these could probably work until we can purchase a few or find some trade for some tonight.
What do they
Thanks,
look like?
Nova.
I mean, they would be very close to what she would wear, but they would probably just be in different colors of like purples and blues and such like that. So
Is it like sheer crop tops or like
so they would have the they would be like the sleeveless tops, but they would be crop tops, and then like pants that would be flowy and so on in different colors.
I'm snagging a blue one.
Manon's tired at this point. She's just grabbing whatever, but then she looks at the clothes she needs to change into, and in the very open tent.
And I clock what you say, so I go over to one of the other sides of the tent and pull. There's like an area that you can pull it so that it sections it off, so that you have a spot to change.
I
Not
will
in front
go
of
over
her.
there. So, thanks.
Go to the other side, and you just hear this a fabric tearing, and I'm sorry, it couldn't fit wings.
It's okay. It's all right. Don't worry.
I'll get you a new top tomorrow.
It's fine. Don't worry.
Joe, random question. Me and Azalea have fire resistance. Would we be okay?
Yeah, you're fine. You might just
Shut up, Alistair. I just wanted new clothing.
That's fine. I'm just curious.
You might still get dehydrated because you still do need liquid, but
She just wants to be
the
cute.
heat has no effect on you.
yeah. See, I was like, I'm in another place with a whole new stat. Don't hate the player, hate the game. Shut up.
Suddenly you just hear like this chingling sound and a magical book appears and opens up and a void code pops out. Weird.
I'll come back in now a crop top and flowy pants, and I look like a cat that just got dunked in water a little bit.
Well,
I am just going to curl up on one of the bedrolls under my nice cooling shawl, and I'm going to take out. I have not really had a chance. Hades gave me a book about the oceans from his library. I'm just going to spend my day reading that, see if there's anything interesting that I don't know.
Okay. Nothing yet. Anybody else?
No, Nova's gonna go
Thoughts?
into a trance, her sleeping trance, because we're back in her area, so she's trying to,
Okay.
acclimate to the time change, I guess,
Sure.
kind of thing.
Anybody else?
I'm gonna walk past
Uh,
Alistair to Apollo to sit down, but as I walk past, very nonchalantly, so nobody else can hear, I'll slap him in the back of the head and nod over to Manan. At least tell her she looks nice. And I
Why?
go and sit down.
That's literally his response. He's like loud enough that like he doesn't. It's just normal voice. Like why?
I roll my eyes. You're so hopeless.
Pot, kettle. black.
Meanwhile, Manon's at the farthest bed from everyone and is
She looks
Like-
so angry.
radiating brooding. Probably turns and crashes. Just turns over and falls asleep if she can.
Falls asleep in anger.
They say never go to bed angry,
sleep.
but
Angry sleep.
That's how I sleep every day.
Joke's on you, I'm always angry.
Anybody else want to do anything before they hit the theoretical, hypothetical hay?
I'm going to sit at the edge of my bedroll and spin on its point the high tide sword and hum till I get too sleepy and then go to sleep.
I am going to like hearing Dahlia say cleric, and like I know what a cleric is, and I just never assumed I was one.
Neither is she.
I'm gonna
but-
kind of sit. Yeah, well,
Shut the fuck
not
up.
anymore.
Let her be happy, damn it!
I'm gonna kind of sit there for a second and just try to like, I guess like pseudo meditate / pray to Dad. Just
Okay.
like try to talk to him in my head, really, and just be like, nothing like important that's like, oh, I need this or that. It's just kind of like, telling him, hey, that we found, we found this devil, and that we were able to inadvertently save Dahlia and Silic, and that they are no longer cursed and out of their wits, and that they're back in the Shadowfell at this time. And I don't even know if you can hear me, but if you can, then I'm sure they would like to hear from you, see you, and Mom.
You
And I hope you're doing well.
you surprisingly get a message back, but it's not like a message to like talk. It's just like sending just a straight message. It's like, yeah, we're watching. I'm glad everything went well, and when we have the ability to, and we do not threaten anybody's lives, we will try to see if we can contact her. I'm glad everything is going well. And immediately, as like you hear like someone get punched, and you hear like in the distance of Phineas saying, "Just fucking tell him," and then you just it's like, yeah. And your mom says, "Talk to Manan," and then it just stops there.
Kind of like, I don't even know what you're talking about. You guys, how would you guys know that? But
He knows everything.
yeah, he'll just say
Out
the
of
last
life and lore.
that
He was
last he
watching too.
knows, she doesn't. But he'll just he'll leave it with like,
Ooh.
I'm sure the fireplace still works. At least it worked when we left. So, and he'll kind of be like, and then just kind of like lay down and try to go to sleep.
Okay. All right. Before we continue, we're gonna take a short break. We'll be back in 10 minutes. Fucker.
Down, down.
All right. So, you guys all find your way to get some rest. By the time you do, there is some light beaming through the actual cavern of this cave itself. But you all do find rest. We're going to go around because there's a couple things that have to be brought up. First off, there were 2 of you last time that saw a vision of some final days. Through that, you get another vision while you sleep. I I believe last time it was Azalea and Manon.
Mm-hmm. Oh, technically it was Dahlia.
Hmm?
I think it was Dahlia. I don't think I got a vision. Was it? I thought it was
That is
Manon.
I
correct.
thought
It was Dahlia.
Oh,
Oops.
it was supposed to be
I was just
Manon.
having a good time. Oh. Well, it's okay. You
Oops.
could just fuck me up right now with
We can
Yeah.
retcon it and say it's Manon.
All right, we're going to retcon it
Because she
it's supposed to be
said,
Manon.
because she saw, well, yeah, because it was,
I went in
Manon
and
was
pulled Silic out of the
seen.
orb, and that's when I saw it.
Yeah,
Oh, that's
Manon
right,
was seen
yeah.
by both
Yeah.
Azalea and Dahlia, but Manon did not have the visions.
Yep. So throughout this vision that you have, you start to see that different regions, grasslands, desert areas, anywhere with water, there seems to be an over increasing number of people that seem to have a arcane mark on them. Specifically one that looks like a circle with a bit of a wave and a cross on it. Each of you were able to recognize that these are ever-growing acolytes of Malik. And they're going from thousands to 10,000s to roughly about 1 million at this point. The repeat of what you saw before. Again, a large battle within a large cavern, walls high. Many of your friends and allies, family members dead, including Malik on the ground, and the world itself swelling itself up with Silic grabbing you and immediately escaping and himself falling into despair. But it continues this point. Where it ended off last time is you encountered the Weave Mine in her most gallant form. Gold through her body, eyes pierced through like the realms themselves, hair of strands of silk, and fingers and arms as if they are the weaving of reality itself. Standing roughly about 20 feet in height, with very narrow and skinny figure. She looks around in this large garden that is hers. She merely just drops down on one knee and immediately stares at the two of you. Now, would you want to try this again? This is all because you chose not to listen to my warnings. This is all because you did not heed my warnings. This is all because you decided to take your own path. So I ask you, what changes would you make to fix this that will be done? And as she says this, she knows that you guys are peering into the future. She's actually talking to your current selves.
Being dead is better than being a puppet.
There's still ways to change the future. I'm not letting this happen.
You're just trying to scare us.
I am, by showing you what will happen. Scare
What
tactics
might
that are true.
happen?
What will. There is no fate anymore. The gods that dictate those powers are now destroyed, and now there is a line. Several. And you chose one. You're on your destination. This is the end result. Death beneath your feet, with only one friend amongst each other. Do you
And it still
really
can
want to live like
change.
that? How simple-minded you are to believe that someone so small as you could change something so impactful and so focused on a point.
I can certainly try.
She stands up straight as her shadow now looms over the area, as you start to see the grass start to decay, the flowers start to wilt, the trees start to break. As her voice gets more ambiotic, more ethereal. One more. When the time comes that you will see this vision, one more offer will I give. After that, it will turn out worse than this is, not better. As she just immediately just scratches against the air like she's cutting the paint in half, and immediately fall back to sleep. Nova and Ronin, you share a vision. You don't notice that you are at first, and you see the same thing, but under different shades. Ronin, you find yourself in a beautiful world of water. You don't know where you are. There's still land, but maybe you're on an island somewhere, surrounded mostly by water. It's about daytime. And you just hear a chanting come further within the island. Nova, same thing, but instead of being surrounded by water, you're surrounded by endless waves of sand. But you hear the exact same chanting. The island to both of you still looks exactly the same, but you do not see each other in this vision. You can't help but be pulled to this voice. This chanting happens inside. And as you get closer, you start to see large strands of what looks like silk wrapping itself. And as it goes through, it gets wider and wider. Until at first it looks like a snake. Then it gets larger and larger. You start seeing them kind of strand up bigger that are just ginormous. Until they all come to one point, and at first it looks like an octopus that leads up into the epicenter, but you do see it as a large, oversized kraken creature laying there just asleep. And you see all these people are just chanting to it, as you just see someone sitting on top of it like a throne. Bald head, palish of skin, pure black of eyes, gold tattoos. But as he stands up, he moves off the creature and he walks down. In distance, you see a man with a long sword, and he starts to pray to that man, bow to that man. And then they all start bowing to that man as well. You get pulled from that vision as well. That's it for the rest of you. As sound starts to come throughout the daytime, and it's about noon, you all start to wake up on your own way. Nova first. After your trance, you do have a few hours before everyone else wakes up. What do you do?
Well, I'm guessing a lot of people would be awake, right? So I start walking around and making my ways around to see people who I haven't seen for a long time. And I do make my way to go check on to see the status of the orb.
Okay.
Also.
As you start heading your way to the orb, you start to hear a commotion. Not from the orb, but just all over the place. There's something that has happened. And as you walk closer to the orb, you see now the clerics, the mages, they have all been surrounded by guards. Something happened where they now have to be under protection. You do see the normal guardians of the village that move through. Large, tallish, usually the tallest of men that are born become guards. Usually only wearing like mithril tops, very, very flexible pauldrons, and a helm. Usually has a water skin that's usually wrapped around their body. And they're holding still with their heavy halberds in hand. and you do see that there is someone that kind of stops you. One of the head guardians just stands there. Sorry, they cannot be interfered. After what happened this morning, we can't let them be interrupted.
What happened?
The visitors came by as they usually do, and she just kind of shows you over to the side, and they destroyed some of the actual tents, and they stole some of the food.
What?
This has been a reoccurring problem. They keep stealing from us, and we dare not.
Who is stealing?
We don't know.
Has anybody tried to track them?
Our trackers haven't returned in 2 days. And we dare not send anybody else out. Our guardians are protecting the elderly and making sure the orb gets fixed. And we don't have enough food and rations to make sure that we can support them to actually hold up a battle. Best thing we can do is repair and hold out and hope it doesn't happen tomorrow.
Which way did they go?
Sorrenta, where'd they go? Believe they headed over to further up northeast.
I'm gonna walk that way to a point and see if I can see any tracks or anything, and use my true sight to see if I can see anything.
Normally looking for tracks, don't see anything, as the desert has taken away it. But looking at true sight, you do see that they have been constantly. There is not really like an arcane field, but you can kind of see like a distortion in the air of kind of like a light trail of like difference of heat. And you can see that they are starting to head. It looks like their direction leads to Azadistar. It is one of the main. It is the main capital of Starlight Vale. It is one of the oases.
So I head back to the guards and be like, so they're heading towards one of the oases. Are they trying? They must be trying to have refuge there.
Well, maybe. Perhaps they. Well, I pray that they did it, but perhaps they dealt with our convoy. Only they know where we would be.
I don't have a good feeling about this. From what I have witnessed over these years so far, since I have been gone, that means this Starlit Vale has been touched by this evil too.
She just looks at you. I mean, I don't have any warriors to send. If you can go, but you're just one person.
Well, sometimes only one person can make a big difference. So, I'll keep this in mind. I will talk to the group that I have become part of. It's like our own little tribe. And if we need to, we were talking about having other things, and if this falls into the same plans that we already need to do, it wouldn't be detrimental to actually try to figure this out too, because it's not okay for our convoys or being to attack. We're a peaceful group of people. They should not be attacking us.
Well, unfortunately, the way that the realm is, it's because we're peaceful people is the reason why they're attacking us.
But this is a new development. This hasn't happened in the past.
It's because we stay hidden. They found out where we are.
It might be beneficial to move the tribe again. to another location?
Well, unfortunately, as long as the elders are focused on the orb, we can't break their concentration. So our best bet is to protect them.
Understandable. Thank you. I'm going to go back inside, but this is very disheartening news, and hopefully we can find a solution quickly, because this is not okay.
She just kind of bows to you and, well, if you have any more information, let me know.
Well, I was able to see which way they're going, so that's good enough. And I relay that information to them.
Okay.
I'm gonna head back inside and go back into the tent and be writing in my journal probably when people start waking up.
All right. Several hours pass, and you guys all start waking up roughly about noon. It's midday, and as you wake up, the heat is, well, for everybody except for Azalea and Alistair, the heat is incredibly uncomfortable. For Renine, at this point, the water skin that was given to you to keep you wet has pretty much dried out. And
There was like a cooling cloth, like a cloth that would be like it's magical, so it would be able to keep you cool. Not like it's not going to keep you like air conditioning cool, but it would keep you cooler.
Sure.
But yeah.
Question, it's I thought everyone's nocturnal here, so it's nighttime. Is it not?
It was nighttime when you got there. By the time you went to sleep, sun started rising.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not everyone's awake. Only
I just wanted to make sure my brain
yeah.
was in order. Okay.
Yes. Some are not awake
Some
yet.
of the warriors have certain sets of armor and certain kind of robes that allow them to be able to handle the heat, but the normal civilians of it have to stay inside the cave.
Yeah. And they would be asleep still because we're typically we only venture out during the night most of the time. So
when Azalea wakes up, she just sees me sitting up staring at her from my bed.
Hi. You good?
She had the same dream too.
Yeah. I don't like it.
I think we should
I'd
tell
rather
the
not
others.
think of it.
Well, ignoring her would be my favorite thing to do, but we should probably tell people.
Yeah, I know. You don't know. It can't come to pass, right? That's not gonna happen.
I don't know, honestly. But she already showed us a vision before of what everything looked like, and now this is completely different, so who's to say we can't change it again?
I mean, she lies, right?
Probably. She's just trying to scare us. Don't let it bother you.
Trying not, but it's hard. Are you bothered by it?
I'm bothered by a lot of things, so this is just kind of another one on the list. It's just easier not to think about it too hard. She starts getting up and maneuvering away so she doesn't have to expand further.
I'm gonna sit on my bed and just stare into existence for a little bit.
Is everyone else still sleeping?
Yeah, I'm gonna kind of sit up and... Oh, bloody hell. It's very warm. Even with this. Right. I'm gonna sit very still and read some more. How's everyone else doing?
mean, not okay. If the Weave Mind would stop giving me visions.
What?
I think we have some stuff to talk about and strategize.
Oh,
What is it now?
You know, the same doom, gloom, all of us dead for the most part.
oh, that's even worse than my dream.
What'd you dream about?
Oh, it was lovely to start. There was plenty of water and a pretty island, and then there were a lot of people chanting, and all this threads coming together, and a great big cracking thing, and some feller sitting upon it, and then everybody started chanting and praying and bowing to some other fellow with a long sword, and then that was it.
I think it was Malik.
Oh,
I think it was Malik
Most
on
like-
top of Remus. I was there
Right.
at the same.
You are?
Same. Yes.
So I
Sorry.
didn't see you there, but then that's not unusual, I suppose.
Hold on, Ronin, did you say something about threads?
Yeah, it was like threads, like silk, all sort of built up and wrapped around, and then became, or they were tied to this big kraken thing that was lying there asleep.
Just gonna throw this out there, and maybe I'm crazy, but the fact that two of you had dreams about the Weave Mind, and
Right.
threads are her whole thing, and
That's
then
her
you've
whole
got
thing, isn't it?
Remus attached to threads with his connection to Malik. I mean,
the
I'm just starting to
beginning of
wonder
our
if this is all
vision.
connected.
but at the beginning of our vision, we saw people near bodies of water, and they were becoming acolytes of Malik.
They had the mark on them.
That was my question: is why water?
Probably because of Remus.
Joe, did Nova or I notice this mark on the people on our island?
They had marks on them too.
I will relay that to the group. Right.
Does it match up with the markings we saw in our vision?
Yeah.
So
Ronin,
you saw water. I saw sand.
Well, from what it sounds like, they're talking about it being in all the places. Though it is weird that we saw the same scene in two different environments.
did you say something about an island?
Yes, there was an island.
They were on an island. Well, how there was it was an island in the sand,
Yes, it was
like an
Can't
oasis, I
explain it.
suppose.
Yeah, I can't explain it. It was like it truly looked like an island, but it was surrounded by sand. And that's
That
where
doesn't-
all this happened.
Bjorn, does that ring a bell for you at all? You're from here, right?
I was taken early on, so I can't really speak to it, but I would say if the water was put forth in the vision because of the connection that, not Malik, brain fart, the other one, Remus, is building power in the sea. Perhaps the reason Nova saw sands is he's building power here. And
what it
Nova,
is?
player to player, did you relay the information about the travelers? to
Not
us?
yet. I was just about to.
Okay.
Yeah.
Perhaps he's also trying to consolidate power here. They're both, in their way, seas.
These visions, they correspond and with events that happened while most of us were asleep and most of the tribe is asleep. It makes sense that there would be power trying to be consolidated. The elders were attacked this morning. The ones that are trying to
Raiders?
sleep.
By who?
Well, I was able to see which way they went. They went towards one of the oases, one of the capitals of this area. But typically we do not get attacked. People don't find us. We were mostly hidden. So the fact that they found our tribe means that they either found our convoy and our members of that were out trying to get supplies, and they were forced to give up where we are, which I don't see any of them doing that without dying first. But they came and tried to stop the orb being fixed. And so now the guards are around the tree and trying to protect them. The tribe can't move until that is completed, so we can't go and hide in another area, seclusion again, until that is done. But we don't, this is why it's bothering me, is because we are a peaceful tribe. Yes, we can handle ourselves, but people don't attack us.
Do we know if they were looking like these acolytes?
The aura I got off of them was definitely arcana, and it was different, but I couldn't, without knowing where the source was, I wouldn't have been able to pinpoint who they were.
You said you saw where they went, right?
Yes.
We could just recon and see who's out there. They don't even need to know that we're here. We can just take a look.
We'll need to wait until nightfall, though. It's too hot outside.
And we'd have to be careful if they're raiding like that, and nobody in the cave here even was any the wiser. They know this area. They know this land.
Raid? Did they raid in the daytime or did they raid at night?
They attacked this morning while people were sleeping.
So how are they able to move across the desert then?
Yes, that is a question.
Ronin, I don't want to make you feel bad here. Is there any potential that they found this place because of us, because of your connection to Remus?
I suppose, but I mean, it's not like I've got a sign over my head.
No, but if you have a connection to him, it's possible that he's using that to find you.
Well, there's also the
I don't know what to do
possibility
about it.
it could be more than just Ramin. It could be Malik. It could be the Leaf Mine. She seems to know.
Or the orb itself.
Or the orb.
I mean, I don't think it's too hot right now. It's not bothering me as much as you guys. Alistair and I could at least see where they are. We can fly up, see if we can see them from afar.
There's a big risk they'd see you.
And I'm not as quiet as you are. I think we wait till the sun starts going down and it's safe to travel. And then we hunt them down and we put them down.
Agreed.
Wiser words never spoken.
This
is in favor of that.
As a former, he spits in the sand, reader, the problem marching through the night and then striking at first light. The morning, as Nova said, we could do the same and set up an ambush and wait. If a raiding party finds a soft, easy target once, they're sure to try and revisit.
Well, we might look soft and easy, but we're not as a tribe.
With the orb,
just happens
we
that
should probably try to meet them somewhere not here.
Yes, it's right now. Defenses are a little down because they are trying to fix the orb, and so obviously,
and because you're missing people.
Yes.
Well, let's talk to that blacksmith, get that figured out, and then go hunt these guys down.
I agree. I'm sorry, I'm not usually this forward, but they have threatened everything. And if
And
they
they've done more than
have-
threaten.
And if they have found, and I hate to think of it, but if they have killed our normal traveling group, then
Blood for blood.
Well, we'll find your folks.
We need to figure out
Just-
who they are and if they're possibly related to any of those three.
they were heading to the main capital, which is Oasis in this area. It is a source of water. That's why people will travel there to trade. And you trade both in goods and water and so on. It is one of the bigger ones, so they might be able to hide, but I think I would be able to pick up the trail if I see that Arcana again.
Well, if we have time before nightfall, we start moving. Should probably go find that blacksmith. I'll look at Alistair.
Is it safe to move now?
I mean, I would give it a few more once it gets closer to dusk. Then he would probably be set up again for the night.
I mean, we don't need him set up. We just need to talk to him.
He
I
could
feel like
be
it's
asleep
important enough I
still.
could wake him up.
I mean, could try. Could see if he's awake. I don't know. Most of the civilians will still be asleep, and the tradesmen will be still asleep. It's usually only the soldiers that are up at this time.
Well, I'm just saying
Well-
maybe we let him sleep until he gets up. And he's up, we talk to him instead of waiting for him to set up shop.
So we're just supposed to sit here in a tent for another several hours.
That's what we were going to do.
I don't think we have a choice.
No, but there's no one here that could maybe, I don't know, help us or have a trinket that could hide us from a god's sight. I'll glance over at Raneen.
All of them are working on the orb right now.
Oh,
The ones that I would
I-
ask.
I mean, right. I should have been using it already. And I activate the necklace that hides me. My stealth necklace, whatever the heck it's called, I don't remember. There's a word. I can't remember the word. My brain is
Yeah.
tired.
If I have fire resistance, am I also doing pretty alright?
Shielding. My shielding necklace.
Yeah, Manan, you'd also be shielded from the humidity and the heat. To be clear, for the people that are not part of Nova's tribe, with the exception of Runine, because obviously Runine is aquatic, the rest of you should be fine dealing with this heat. It is annoying, and it is gonna possibly create exhaustion later on, but right now going in the heat is not like it's dangerous to you, and especially since 3 of you are resistant to fire, you're fine being out in there. But as far as Nova was raised under very specific situations, which is nocturnal, so being out in the sun is not super great for her. But the rest of you can go out there. It's over 100 degrees, so it is incredibly uncomfortable, but you can go out there.
I'm gonna stand up and just say, I feel like I need to go do something. I'm gonna go find this blacksmith, and I'm just gonna walk out of the tent.
Okay. All right. You
Zelia, can you go with her?
Should send me.
Zelia, can you hear me?
do you want to build a snowman?
was that
Or
to me? I'm
salmon?
sorry.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll go with her.
You two head out to go find the Thunderstar blacksmith. His hut is really easy to find compared to the rest of them, which are tents and have silk over them and drapes. His is mostly wood, and it's kind of like on a mobile carriage of like 4 different mobile carriages that he kind of like links together to make like a mobile blacksmith spot. And you do see like this sign that has a golden star with kind of a bolt right next to it. He is actually awake right now. You do see,
Which is weird,
um,
but that's okay.
but his area is incredibly shaded. He does have like this canopy over. It looks like he is like just waking up, like he's having like his midday for you guys morning kind of like wake up moment. He's like currently like kind of taking an inventory. As you look at it, you do see that like there's this large, what looks like a hollowed out grandfather clock, and it's holding this large hammer that looks like it's made of gold, steel, and wood. And his back is turned towards you and just sitting at this like dining room table. You're still separated by like the actual like the shelf between you guys as far as employer to customer. And he looks like he's just eating some food and he's drinking something of a very small cup of liquid. He does not know you're there.
Hello? I knock, but you don't have a door.
Oh, good day. You see it like a very similar to Noah's skin, but it's very faded. He's got kind of like a bleached out blue kind of skin. It's very dirty, like stained skin officially. He is wearing like this bandana that's like tight enough that you only get like a little bit of like curls from his white hair kind of curling like over his bandana. And he's wearing like this very, very extravagant leather apron on, and he's got like this very, very, very interesting dagger on his side. It's something I can do for you.
Yeah,
Oh,
you
like
make
a banana.
legendary weapons, right?
He looks at you. He just kind of looks at you confused. He wipes off his face. He kind of finishes drinking. He stands up. I mean, I've never had anybody phrase it that way before. I have the ability to make, well, let's say more enhanced weapons. Yeah. I
I
haven't
was
done it in a
referred
long
to
time. Okay.
So
Well, I don't know who you are. You're not obviously from the tribe. Why would I help you?
potentially to kill a god.
You're not really, selling yourself here. We are God-fearing people in this tribe, so,
All the gods?
I mean, as far as myself, all gods have their place, whether I like some of them or not.
All right, let me back up. I was referred to you by the King of Hell. I'm the Princess of the Shadowfell, and I need a legendary weapon to heavily name a god as part of an agreement I made. So are you able to help out?
I see the horns. I'm assuming you're tiefling in heritage, but it is really hot out. Are you okay?
Yeah, I realize how it sounds as she was speaking it, but it is true.
Okay. All right. And who referred you to me?
The King of Hell.
Right. Sure. Apparently, he's got my number, I guess.
He knows of you, which means you're good at what you do.
And what are you intending to do with whatever item I make for you?
Use
Save
it
the
to kill
world.
bad guys?
Yeah. Really, really powerful bad guys.
I can make you a simple sword or a bow for that. I mean, why do you need something
I already have
custom?
that
Well, there you go. I don't know why you need something custom. I mean,
because they're very powerful bad guys that will do bad things to a lot of good people
right.
if I don't have a specific weapon.
Uh-huh.
Are you saying you're not happy with your craftsmanship that you do?
He looks at you, kind of squints his eyes. Now look, I am one of the best blacksmiths. I am the best blacksmith.
But you don't
in
seem
my-
happy to want to make something strong and awesome.
He immediately like gestures to like the grandfather clock kind of like display with the hammer inside. That hammer requires a significant amount of energy to use. I can't just make god level weapons whenever I want. I'm a mortal wielding a weapon of extreme power. I can't just create something because some stranger comes up to me and says, I'm going to kill a god and I need a weapon. It requires specific time, it requires certain kind of ingredients, and I need certain kind of power to use it. Now,
What power?
What do you need that we can help you with?
requires a certain amount of gold or gold related items. Specifically something of high level of magic. Something equivalent to the power of a magic that a god can actually hold. Theoretically, the materials required to make said weapon. Technically, all the items required to make it, and the hammer itself does the rest.
How much gold are we talking?
Depends on what you're looking for. If you're looking for a dagger, not much. If you're looking for a sword, probably a decent amount.
Scimitar?
He like looks at you and sees the scimitar you got on there. He kind of like quick like does like an internal measurement in his head. He kind of like looks at some stuff. I mean, not knowing the god, not knowing specifically the properties, probably about 10,000 gold.
Does your mom have that in her vault?
Yes.
Probably,
Right,
but she
correct.
just left.
Your mother who's in charge of the Shadowfell. I'm sure she's got a decent fortune.
Can we do an IOU? Or do you need it like right here, right now, while there's raiders about that could potentially steal it from you currently?
Well, note, this isn't currency from my pocket. I need the gold to forge the weapon. So an IOU doesn't work. I physically need it to actually create it. But as far as the other items, I could possibly meet you in the middle. If
Can I pull out both my scimitars and put them between us and say, how much are these in comparison to what you need? Would both of them work?
so, you're doing the one that Soma gave you in your regular one.
Yeah. My Dark Star scimitar and my Storm Edge scimitar.
Okay, he looks at them. Well, they are impressive pieces. I could probably melt them down and get you about a fourth of the way there. Now, if you want these forged into something unique that does not require the hammer, that's different. But if you require the hammer to make them something over and above and beyond, that's different. These, yes, as he points over to Dark Star Scimitar, yes, the gold required to make this was probably exuberant, but there is no gold in the weapon itself. The other one, on the other hand, there is some gold and silver in it. I could probably strip that, but it won't get you exactly what you're looking for. As far as other ingredients, if you can prove to me that the cause that this is for is what you say it's for, I have someone who is delivering me an item that at least fulfills the arcane properties, but I have not heard from him in some time. And if you're able to at least get him to deliver the item, I can use the item to at least fill in for the arcane void. But you would have
Where's
to...
the last time you saw this guy?
I set him on to retrieve the item from It's at a star.
Is that the Oasis place?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we could help.
I would need
Great.
2 additional things from you before I do this. 1, no offense, but none of you are from here. And I'm not going to continue doing this without having a confirmation from at least someone native to this tribe to confirm this is actually what I will do. And 2, once I get the stone from the gentleman you retrieve it from, I can't do anything until I have all the items together. Once I harvest the stone, it will eventually degrade. I need the gold, I need the stone, and I need the items made to actually use it. If you want to use these 2 blades to do so, and you want to use the stone that you're going to get from the gentleman I'm going to send you to retrieve it from, you also need to get me the gold at the same time so I can have the item done. After that, all I need is the properties of the person you will theoretically use this on, and I can attune it to their... I guess the best thing you can call it is their aura.
How do we get that? If we don't see them.
Well, books are a good way to start. Get as much research as you can, figure out as much as you know about them, and pass it on to me. You're in a tribe of people that are very knowledgeable. You could probably...
Have you heard anything about Malik before?
Kind of like looks up in the air, kind of like thinking about it. I mean, the name is not very uncommon. I mean, I've probably passed by several travelers named Malik.
Right. Okay. Yeah, we'll get you those books.
If
Alright.
you can get that information, if you can have someone vouch for you, and you can go... He merely writes down on a piece of parchment, he tears it off from this book, as he gives you the name of a person you're to retrieve. You are to look for a gentleman named Tylarian Awin.
Marion Awen.
He is a tiefling, and he is actually from the northern part of the continent called the Wildcliff. He is actually a mercenary, but he usually does mercenary work for a good cause. Currently, right now, his job was to actually retrieve the stone, and under these circumstances, the stone was actually stolen, and he was supposed to either take it or kill the people who stole it and bring it back.
Well, soon, so I'll see if I can locate it and get you your stone.
Fantastic.
We have someone that can vouch for us.
I'm sure you do.
That's
Until then, I'm going to finish my food and the last bit of my water, and I will be waiting
If you were, more question, if you were theoretically able to have all this stuff and make this weapon, how long would it take you?
Without knowing the exact specs of the god, it could be anywhere from 1 hour to 1 week.
Cool. Enjoy your food.
I will try. And he goes back to sit down, and he kind of half covers his drape, and he continues what looks like sausage, bacon, and a little bit of water.
As I'm walking back with Azalea, I'm like, when are we gonna get 10,000 gold?
I don't know. I was really hoping your mom might have it. I mean,
Of course
these
they have it.
mercenaries might
I'm not
have
a
something.
Trust fund baby. I'm not gonna ask them for 10,000 gold.
But if the world's gonna end, I mean, it's just gold.
I feel like she's used that excuse before.
Embarrassing.
Mommy, I need 10,000 gold. The world's about to end.
Wasn't there a point where you went to Soma and you're like, Daddy, allowance, ding, 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 ding?
Yeah, but that was to pay you guys. It was for a good cause, like a different cause.
I need your
This is
credit
also
card.
a good cause.
Ye old
No,
credit
no money this time. I gave you a sword. Get your own money.
Ye old credit card. Is that what you said, Bjorn?
The Odin charge card. Card of
I mean,
charge.
we could start with the mercenaries or the raiders that we were supposed to, hunt down. They might have coin. Or
they
we
could
can
have
take all their weapons and
10,000.
sell them.
I guess. I don't know if that's going to amount to 10,000.
Depends on what they have. You never know.
Look, I'm not saying that I can't contact my parents if I need it, but I really don't want to.
So let's try the raiders. We'll see what they have.
How much gold do you have, by the way?
Really good question.
What if she had 11,000? I'd be like, what the fuck?
680 gold. It's not getting me very far.
I mean, it'll get you some stuff.
Yeah, we do not have the
God-killing
funds
weapon.
at level 8 that we have had in previous campaigns.
How much is Bob
And-
worth?
Don't you dare! He holds all our stuff.
How much is Klaus worth?
Don't you dare!
He's cute.
I mean,
Much is
Bob might
Biscuit
have
worth?
enough
We
stuff
can just
inside of him.
resummon him after we leave.
Wait, how much gold does Bob have inside? Doesn't he have some gold?
Oh,
I'm pretty sure he does.
I think last time you guys checked, he spit it out for you, unless you guys put more back in.
That's right. That's right. And then we split it up.
Yep.
I'll say we get back to the group.
Hmm.
while they're gone, I'm gonna go up to Nova and just kind of be like, "Hey, you said something about that they stole food and water."
They store it, yes, here. Or you stole or store?
No, that
So-
those people stole the food and water.
They stole some things, yes, that was outside, yeah. And then they were trying to attack the mages.
How many people are currently in your village?
DM2.
About 15,000.
Oh shit. Okay.
It's a huge village.
It is a huge village. It is, yeah.
It's a huge tribe, even though we're nomads.
Hmm.
I completely misguided the thought on that. Okay.
Yeah, I was thinking much smaller too.
No, it's quite large. The like from the tree all the way over to the cave is roughly about half a mile. It's not just like this small little thing of like 5/10.
Okay. And that changes what I was gonna
There's
do.
a big difference between not 5/10 and 15,000 people.
Fair.
Okay, that changes instead. Yeah, I'm just gonna go. But can you point me in the direction of where you guys store water?
Sure. And take him to the back of the cave where all the different clay pots of all of the stuff that we store are in.
In Hyrule and Elf, I break all the pots. No. I'll cast create water. I prepared
This
that.
is not
Awesome.
Legends of the Sun.
Yeah,
I want to see
Don't
if we
break
can find
the-
10,000 rubies. No, I'm gonna cast create water to fill
Okay.
some of the pots.
Okay.
I prepared that after our rest. So
Cool.
I prepared something else, but now with that knowledge, I changed that.
Okay.
So
Thank you.
yeah.
That will help.
hopefully it's not a lot, but something.
Now, I should imply for confusion is that this specific there's several different tribes. They're all the same thing, but they're usually separated amongst the Starlight Vale. And it's usually, separated into like groups of 1,000. But the reason why the orb, because the orb is back, is why they're all here. So that's why it's about 15,000.
We're not always all
No,
together.
they're not always. It's not always a group of 15,000. It's usually.
But they knew
separated.
we were
Unusual
coming.
big gathering.
Yeah.
Remember, they knew they were coming because I wrote in my Grimgar
Correct.
that
That's
we
why
were
it's already
coming.
that bigger of group, because you already told them beforehand. Yeah.
So probably, yeah. So if it was just my tribe, we would be a smaller amount.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, that's fine. Still
Makes sense.
changes.
Yeah, totally understandable. Yep.
So. Yeah, that's it then. Never mind. Disregard. I had a whole other thing to do, but that's
Got it. Anything anybody wants to do
Okay.
before you guys essentially go out and find these people?
I mean,
I was-
it's still during the daytime, so we need
I
to
know,
wait
but
till the night.
well, I was gonna say we just move time ahead, but yeah.
I was gonna say we come back from the blacksmith, and I'm like, does anyone have 10,000 gold?
No.
What do you think?
Do you think
Yeah, I'd
that
say
we
we
could
do.
get some from this oasis? Or get enough?
Do you have anything
What do
to
you need it for?
trade?
We tried already.
No, do you
Not
have anything to
10,000 worth.
trade or sell while we get to the oasis so we could...
I mean, yes, but not 10,000 gold worth. Also, we
What-
need someone from the tribe to vouch for us that we're actually going to kill a god. So, Nova, could you help us out with that when we get back?
Of course.
I mean, I guess my question is, what do they buy and trade there, and are they good people or no?
I mean, it's like any large city, so there is going to be some good people and bad people. I mean, it trades in spices, all the things you could imagine. Goods like, water and textiles and animal, livestock, spices, food. Things that have come from different areas of the the Feywild. Sometimes you can find some salted, different like fish and so on, that kind of stuff. It's all kinds of things. Jewelry,
Also,
candles.
not to be too grim, but if we are able to catch the raiders in an ambush outside of the oasis, which would probably make it easier to find them, I'm sure they'll be carrying items, money that Bob could transport for us and hopefully help shrink
Do
the
you
gap
think
of
that's it?
how much we need.
It's true.
Well, we also need to find a mercenary while we're there. I told the blacksmith we would. But he's got some stone with some arcane power that...
Oh, a particular
can make this
mercenary.
weapon. Yeah, his name's Tularian.
Did the blacksmith give you anything to vouch that we are getting the information from him for the trade?
No.
We might want to do that before we leave.
Well, it sounds like the guy's in trouble, so I feel like us saving him would be enough.
That's true.
I mean, if we have his name and Nova, you're there, you're from his tribe, that might be enough.
True. That's possible, yeah.
Our to-do list is getting pretty long.
And our enemies list is getting even longer.
Oh, we need to start knocking
usually-
some of those off the list.
It's kind of really the same three assholes.
True. And their minions.
How the minions are annoying.
They also make
Question?
things a bit more inconvenient.
I have one other thing that I want to do before we leave, but I can wait until we're done with this.
I will say, well, when we first got here, I did have a visit with the Star God again. And I didn't mention this before, but she gave me sight, so now I can see things that typically on this plane would not be seen. Like I can see all of your arcana auras around you and what they look like.
Well, that's cool.
And that's how I saw the tracks, because obviously in the sand the desert takes tracks away very quickly, but I saw their magical trail, I guess you would call it. So that could come in handy in the future, I guess.
Sure.
Well, with this site and this Arcana, is it just people or is it objects too?
I don't know yet. Probably. I'm sure it depends on how I concentrate, so I'm guessing it could include objects.
Where's his name? And there's the thing.
It is, a kind of true sight. A gift from a god.
Can you see what this shows you? Since we never got the answers before. And I'm gonna pull out the necklace with a key from Dante of Vestus from the Azor Castle. Since we never got to go back to him and ask what this was about.
True. Right.
I mean, true sight doesn't. It's not like being able to like be automatically. You just know what everything is. It just allows you to see like through the ethereal plane. It allows you to see things that don't exactly exist. It's kind of like hidden. It won't necessarily be like a spell check to actually understand an object.
Oh, are you looking to identify something?
Yeah, I figured if she couldn't, I was gonna ask you if you could figure out what this is.
Yeah, I've still got the magnifying glass.
That would probably help.
Okay.
With more of with an object.
The key for the let me go back to my notes because this is for specifically the Feywild key.
Is it worth 10,000?
And where did you get this, Manon?
She got it from was it the prince or whatever when you were, or who was it, the guy that was in the castle during the gala?
And I was dancing with.
Yeah, that guy. He's Lord of Avestus.
Mm-hmm.
He's
AK relation
important
to
them,
someone
I
you guys
guess.
know. Okay. The key itself allows you to access at one charge. You can access anywhere in the Feywild once. Once it's used, the key returns back to its original creator.
Like a portal type thing,
Mhm.
or like
Yep,
a
you literally
locked room
just
type
think
thing?
of a place. And then all of a sudden the key just unlocks a door, and then it just takes you anywhere that you want in the Feywild. And as soon as you go through that door, the key disappears and goes back to the person who originally created the key.
Well, that can be handy.
With one use, we want to be judicious with it, but could definitely be handy. I'm thinking if Estes likes you, Manon.
I don't know why. This is typically just political bullshit. People give each other expensive gifts all the time.
Do you have any other expensive gifts that you've
Well,
received?
this one is
from your
useful.
Other royalty.
I like how Manon's like the rich person between the group. Everybody's just like always just gets this like the simple stuff. It's like, yeah, people just give me rich shit all the time. No big deal. Like I'm getting so sick of it.
It's such a problem.
Only if it's 10,000 gold worth of rich shit am I suddenly interested.
Meanwhile, I have the collection. I have this collection of the most random shit that I have picked up.
Right, same.
No, I don't have any other rich shit, but
Well,
if anyone
Guess
finds
we
10,000
would.
gold, let me know.
I think you will know because I'm hoping you're not going to wander off away from the group. Right?
Try my best.
Makes sense.
I'm just gonna go over to my bed and like kick back and open my sketchbook and start sketching to kill
Okay.
time. Cause we've been here forever. I'm losing my mind. We're in close quarters.
Okay. Anything else?
Nope.
All right. With the night coming back and you guys start to continue the plan, we will stop it there. And we'll continue on with your guys' adventure to go find these thieves and possibly go find Talarian next time.
Woo!
So, thank you everybody for watching. Thank you for the follows. We will have another session in 1 week. That being said, everyone have a fantastic night, and we'll see you next time. Good night.
So
Bye,
long.
Internet.